see my screen. I'm going to share my screen now. Let me know what type of plan do you have in ProfitHunter. Do you have a starter plan? Do you have an expert plan? What type of plan do you have? Let me know. What type of plan is the one that you have? Expert, elite, starter, because ProfitHunter has 3 different plans. It's the starter plan, it's the more basic plan, and it has 5 double checks per month, 100 searches in seller archive, unlimited traffic light, unlimited use of the Chrome extension. Now includes just a small credits for use in async scanner. Async scanner is my favorite tool. So you can upload 500 products per day or maximum 1,000 products per month on the starter plan. Expert plan is our monthly plan, $89 per month. It has 9 double check or expert reviews, 500 searches in seller archive, unlimited traffic light, unlimited use of extension, and it's not unlimited async scanner. You can process up to 50,000 products per day and 500,000 per month. And the elite plan is the most powerful plan. It's only yearly membership, and it has almost unlimited. It's not unlimited, it's almost unlimited. It has huge credits. So I, not even myself have spent all of my credits for the elite membership. Okay. Any questions regarding these plans? Please feel free to ask in the chat. And today we're going to do some product analysis. So I'm going to change my address to be in Beverly Hills. Okay, that's nice, right? Okay, what product? Please put me in the chat, type me in the chat if you have any product that you want me to help to analyze. What I will need only the ASIN, and I will need only the cost per unit. ASIN and cost per unit. That's what I need. I don't need your supplier. I don't really care about it. But we can we can analyze the listing, we can analyze what's the profit, what's the competition, and we can analyze everything. So if you have any product that you want to review, type in the chat the ASIN and tap your cost per unit, okay? If you don't feel comfortable sharing an ASIN or sharing a product, I understand, that's okay. And I can start just randomly picking products or searching products with ASIN extractor. Let's see what we can do. Okay, I'll wait for you guys to type, if you feel comfortable, any ASIN and cost per unit. Okay, meanwhile, I will be searching for wooden kitchen utensils. Okay, let's see. Do you like this product? I think I do. I think I do. So very important is the main picture of a product, okay? Let me just fix my screen here. Okay. So we have some sponsored products, sponsored brands, sponsored products, and then we have organic first result. This is the overall, the first organic with most sales in Amazon. Right here, just by looking at the product, I can see that it's selling 8,000 of these wooden sets. Okay, I'm going to open it. I like this one very much. I like the style. It's selling 1,000 units. Okay, and then there's this bamboo, and Rivera is 4,000, 6,000. I don't know. I would like to search maybe not a private label, but more like a more common brand that we all can purchase. I don't know if I find one. If someone sees, okay, this one, I think also it's more like overall for us to maybe get this product with some supplier. Don't you think so? Yes. Yes, Diego. So no questions? No ASINs to share? No? Okay. So let's see. I have this product, and what I can see is a very nice picture. It has this label like heavy duty. and it's always looking to the right side, because if the picture sends you to the right side, the view, and you display your view to the right side is going to be the title, and then it's going to be the buy box. Okay, so always try to your picture sends the view to the right side. Okay, so it has a nice pictures. This is a great listing. It has a large title. It has the brand. It has what the product is, how many pieces or accessories or count is, and some other benefits or keywords for that product. Okay, it is selling 8,000. It has variations. It has many variations, but this variation specific is selling 8,000 units. And I guess it's going to be a private label brand. So it's a Soleil kitchen store. Let me see what's the seller. Seller is Soleil. And there is another, another seller that's open box, but maybe I think it's going to be Soleil. It's going to be the main owner of the brand and the main seller. Okay. So for me, this is a private brand. It's going to be more difficult for you guys to sell this product, but take it as example of what a good listing is about. It has all of these bullet points with a lot of text, a lot of keywords, and a good descriptions of what the product is offering. And as a private brand, it has A+ content with video and different images. So this is very good for you to have when you have A+ content when have a brand registry. Okay, so I'm going to just pass this. This is a good example of good listing, and that represents a very good sales. Okay, let's go to this OXXO. This OXXO is more affordable for us to get this brand, to get a supplier. So it's selling 1,000 units per month. Also have these minimalist pictures. They're okay. It has a video. If we have a video here, it represents another registered brand in Amazon. It has A+ content or content for all of these images and videos. So that's A+ content. You see about this item, the bullet points are more this is less keywords, less information, so it's okay, but I prefer the other style of bullet points where you have more information, more explanation about the products, and a lot of keywords that you type under this description will help to users find your product. Okay, so it's better to have optimize all of these bullet points, go all the way to 7, 9, 11 bullet points, and put a lot of information. So this product is selling 1,000 units. It also has variation. And who is selling this product? Amazon. Amazon is selling, and the ProfitHunter extension, we have this blue box on the right side, is the first extension. We can copy the ASIN. We can send this product to review in Seller Archive, a tool inside ProfitHunter. We have these boxes that show us what's the ranking, 4,500 actual ranking. It's in the kitchen and dining category. It has only one FBA fulfilled by Amazon seller, and we know who that seller is Amazon, right? So that's the only competitive seller, and there is 1,000 sales, and the tool is estimating that you can sell 0. And that's the very first question. Why 0 sales? Because Amazon is dominating all of the sales, and we are not recommending you to sell this product. Let's validate this information. Any questions so far? If you have any questions, just please type it in the chat. Okay? So I'm going to open Seller Archive. Seller Archive is the tool to analyze historic data, prices, metric, ranking of a product, actual and historic. Okay, this might be sometimes outdated, a couple of days, being said to the number of FBA sellers, sometimes the buy box price. And so you may see some difference between what is showing these two boxes against, okay, I'm going to click search. Every time you click search, the tool has credits depending your plan. Remember, starter has 100 credits per month, expert 500, elite is 10,000. So each time you search, it will subtract a credit. If you click search 5 times the same ASIN, it will discount 5 credits. So my recommendation is only search those products you are interested. Once you open a report, don't close this window. Open new tabs for other products until you don't need this information, or you can screen capture this information, because if you want to review again, then you need to click another search and will cost you another credit. Okay, just so it says the same thing, your sales 0. Why? Because Amazon buy box, Amazon is dominating 100% of the buy box. So if Amazon is doing all of the sales, we don't recommend you to sell that product. If Amazon is 10%, 20% is sharing sales with other sellers, that's okay. But in this case, Amazon history says that he is the only seller that is dominating the buy box. That means that he's doing all of the sales. So don't mess with Amazon in this product. Okay, we can see the first product history graph. We can change the time frame between last week, last month, 3 months, last year, all the history for that product. We have information since, let's say, 2015. So that's more than 10 years of history information. Ranking, price. Yellow graph is Amazon and the price Amazon is offering. Blue line is buy box. When there is a buy box assigned, it's the blue line. Sometimes the buy box is taken by Amazon. Sometimes the buy box can be taken by other seller, right? And green line is ranking. And you can turn on and off the line or the information that you want to view. If you want to get very specific on buy box price, you can turn off Amazon or the ranking. And you can go display to see what's the time frame for the buy box price. Buy box price is the price that is selling before shipping in Amazon. Okay, when product is in Amazon warehouse, it includes shipping mostly. Ranking is the best selling rank, how good as a product is being sold in specific category. Number 1 ranking is the most sell product in one category. Okay, so if product doesn't have a category, doesn't have a ranking, it doesn't represent that is doing sales in Amazon. Okay, so ranking is very important. It shows some way how good a product is selling in Amazon. Okay, let's see, that is the same data as Kipa, right? Sasha, yes, this is same data, very similar data as Kipa, but is presented in, I think, from my side, in a more nicer way to represent, but it's the same, mainly the same data. Okay, what if the seller has 100% of the way? It's a good choice to compete with him. If it's not Amazon, we need to analyze some other factors. Ivan, you might start competing with him, but you need to consider many other things. Vic says, do we get this recording? Yes, you're going to get this recording. We're going to upload it to our YouTube ProfitHunter channel in the playlist. English Lives is going to be uploaded in a couple of days. So second graph, we have 2 data values, bought last month and offer count new. Let's start with this red one. This is the number of sellers that are offering the product as new condition. Okay, so this doesn't mean that it's FBA or FBM, both. All of the sellers selling the product as a new condition, this is the total of your competition total sellers. Okay, so maybe some of them are FBA, some of them are FBM. Product is in Amazon or on their warehouses. Okay, and then we have bought last month. Bought last month is the black line, and this bought last month is, for me, is very important, because ranking represents how good a product is being sold, but that doesn't explicitly say how many units it's selling, right? It's just top number 1 seller, ranking 1, or top 100, ranking 100, but I don't know if ranking 100 is selling 1,000 units or 10,000 units. Okay, it's just the ranking. But bought last month is the range that Amazon is explicitly saying minimum units sold on the last 30 days. So let's go to the listing. This product is Amazon telling us that is sold 1,000 units bought in the past month. So this should be right now in the 1,000 mark. Okay, so let's say, wait, Diego. So if this is 1,000, so a couple of months ago on December, this product sold 17,000 units. In this point, last 30 days, it sold 7,000 units. Okay, so that was in December. So maybe it was, gifts for December. I know mom always loves kitchen accessories, so they can cook all year. All right. So yeah, my wife doesn't like those presents. Okay. So this is the truth about the selling estimate. This bought last month indicator. So it's at least 50 sales, at least 1,000 sales. So it could be in a range at least, and that's for the last 30 days. Okay. So looking into this information and both graphs, we can see a lot of important things and know the history of a product. If we can analyze the most about the history of a product, we can maybe avoid mistakes in the future. Okay, such as what's the minimum price product is selling maybe in the last 3 months. Okay, so this price is very stable, $19.99. Let's say last year. So last year it was selling at $16.99, and we find that it has been sold also at $14.44. So there is a possible risk that it's being sold again at $14.44 or at $16.99. All right. So we know the history, we know the price, we know those price drops. Or if it's selling higher and it's getting a buy box on a higher price, maybe we can still grab a higher selling price for that specific product. Okay, we can see what's the history and ranking. And when the ranking is low, it's on the bottom line, it represents a lower ranking. So that means it's doing higher sales. Okay, so let's see here. I can see that it went to a huge ranking. Huge, it's 5,000. So that's still a really good ranking. Okay, but you can see on the graph that from being on the ranking 107,096 went to almost 5,300. Okay, so why this happened? Because there was no buy box. You see this lack of blue line continuously. So maybe Amazon, let's see, where's Amazon? Yes, that's correct. Let me go, that's here. So Amazon got out of stock and the other seller had a higher price, and Amazon removed the buy box price. So the sales start to decrease and the rankings start losing positions. Okay, so we can see this. When you scroll, go on the right side or on the left side. Don't scroll over the graph because it will change the time frame. It always happens to me. I know you too. Like, for example, this no buy box and higher ranking will be represented on this lower of 1,000 sales because it was selling 2,000 and then dropped 2,000. Okay, then it got again back the ranking, back the buy box, back on stock Amazon, and then ranking start lower, and then jumped all the way to 3,000 in sales. So you can see what's the seasonality. If this product is selling more on September, on October, if it's Halloween issue, if it's summer, if it's winter, you can see when the product is selling more, what's the seasonality, and what's the price, or what happens if the price changes, it increases sales or it doesn't increase sales. So you can see that visibility in these two tables are very important, and the red line is your competitors. If you can see that red line is being increased, that means that there are more competitors, more sellers offering this product. And what is going to happen? Price is going to start decreasing because there are more offer. Does that happen randomly that the buy box disappears? This is usually buy box is not granted, or Amazon removes the buy box mainly for 3 reasons. One, there is no seller offering the product. So if no one is selling the product, there is no buy box, right? That's obvious. The other one is that the price is higher than typical. That's what Amazon says. Amazon has a reference, a good reference selling price for that specific product. That is the history in Amazon, and has an external reference, maybe comparing to Walmart or eBay or any other external site. So if Amazon sees that, let's say in Walmart.com is selling at $7, in Amazon is selling at $21, that's way huge difference. And Amazon will remove the buy box because it's not a competitive price against the reference external or internal inside Amazon. So that's why Amazon also removes the buy box. In this case, I can guess that Amazon get out of stock, and the other sellers were selling the prior higher than Amazon, and that's why it removed the buy box. Okay, that's my idea, because I can see that there were other sellers because there was a red line when there was no Amazon in there. Okay, and the other reason that if there's sellers but they don't have good health account or claims or A to C claim guarantees, then Amazon removes the buy box for those specific sellers. So sometimes that's why. Okay, then we have this little data table where we can visualize and compare some of data from the graphs, but in numbers. Okay, that's buy box price. This is current price, and we have average price. In this particular product, price is very stable in the last 180 days. Okay, so that's good for a product that you want to sell. You can see that it's not being cheaper over time. That is stable. Okay, ranking. This is current ranking. I don't like too much the current actual ranking. I prefer always to visualize what is the 30-day or 90-day or 180-day average ranking, because as you can see, ranking one day can be very high. One day can be at 5,000, and the next day can be at 2,000, and next day at 1,000. Okay, it's better to have the average ranking for a 30-day or 90-day or 180-day. So we have that reference here. We have that reference of what's the ranking overall and average. And this is the drops on the ranking. For products that Amazon is not telling us what is the bought last month, maybe they're selling less than 50 or less than 20 units. How we consider estimate of selling is the drops of ranking. Let's say product here has a ranking of 1,500, then it dropped down to 1,258. Why got a better ranking? Mostly is because it made a sale. If a product makes one sale, drop is going to be lower. Better, that means lower, so that represents at least a sale. If the drop of the ranking is very small, like this one, from 1,460 to 1,441, that's a small decrease. It might not be a sale, okay? But the tool doesn't interpret small or big drops. What it represents is counts all of the drops, and at least it had 30 drops on the last 30 days. So if Amazon wouldn't tell us that it's doing 1,000 sales, the tool will guess and say at least 60 sales. Okay, so that's count of drops represents at least 60 sales when bought last month is not represented. Okay, that's how we. And then we have this very important information that in this particular case is who is winning the buy box, how the buy box is being rotated within the sellers of this product, and what's the possibilities, who is your competitor, how big is the percentage a competitor is selling. In this case, in the last month, it's only Amazon winning all of the buy box, so it's taking all of the sales. On the last 6 months, again, Amazon has 94% of the buy box. Sometimes Amazon doesn't get to 100%, or the total is not going to be 100%. Why? Because the blue line is not fully complete 100%. So it can't get to 100% because there was not buy box 100% of the time. Okay. So that's why here is 94% and there is no other seller. Okay. Last year and all of the time. So here we can see in all of the time frame that Amazon still is representing 97% of the sales. And these other sellers just grabbing. And I think this is going to be long time ago. As you can see here, this is on October 23rd, January 24, and so on, right? This is the number of days that have passed since this seller haven't win the buy box. So that's long time ago, okay? So this product is not being good representative for you to sell, okay? So let's say I still want to sell it. I can compete against Amazon, and maybe I can take 50 sales out of the 1,000 sales Amazon is doing. What you will need to do in this case, maybe offer the product 5%, 6% cheaper than what Amazon is doing, okay? So what I like a lot about this profit calculator, you can click on the right side of the green stars on this open calculator. If you do it from here, it will grab your ASIN and your marketplace. So let's click. It will open the calculator, automatically input the ASIN and input the marketplace and did the search for me just with one click. Okay, so when we sell on Amazon, this is the selling price. We're going to take off Amazon FBA fees. We're going to take out the Amazon commission or referral fee. That's $3. FBA fees, shipping to customer and handling customer is $5.13. Amazon commission for selling the product is $3. Then what's the shipping cost to send it to Amazon warehouses is being estimated by some factor that you type on your settings in ProfitHunter. For me, I think I have it around $1 per pound. So it's considering like 64 cents. I'm not paying advertisement, and I have a fixed miscellaneous fee of $2 that is being set up on my profile. Okay, so this will vary depending on your supplier. If you're paying extra shippings, or your supplier is doing the label and shipping directly to Amazon, or if you're doing it yourself, and if you need to pay a shipping to your prep center and then pay your prep center fees, then this might be expensive. This might be $7, $5, whatever. So I'm going to leave it at $2. Okay. So at this point, what I'm missing is the cost per unit. If I don't know the cost per unit, the profit or revenue calculator for me is very useful, because this $9 with 22 cents is my equity point of 9.22. It's my equity cost to not make any profit. Okay, so at this point, I know that the product should cost me less than $9 with 22 cents to make a profit. So let's say if I get this product for $8.75, so I'm making 47. Let's say $7.50, so I'm making $1.72, 8%. My recommendation is try to go over 10%. Let's say if I get it at $7, now I'm over 10%. Sasha asked, can ProfitHunter actually match the ASIN to a supplier? Can you explain more of that question, Sasha? What you can do here is get a UPC code. If a supplier shares the UPC code, you can change ASIN to UPC and type the UPC on the left side and do the search. And we'll ask Amazon if that UPC exists on Amazon, and will bring the first result that Amazon gives us as a product analysis. That's searching in seller archive by UPC code. Okay, let's say, for example, I have this Tim Hortons chocolate. Let me see if it works. Okay, so I have this UPC code is 063209163860. I search UPC. I search. I'm going to search it in Mexico because I'm in Mexico, remember? So I'm finding the product with the correct UPC code, searching for the UPC. This is very useful when you are with a supplier on an expo, exhibition, or doing arbitrage, because from your mobile, from your phone, you can access on your browser on your phone to ProfitHunter.tools, and you can use the scanner of your camera to scan the barcode and then copy, paste it to seller archive, select UPC code and do the search, and then use the profit calculator, and then you can take, it's not working, it doesn't have any measurements, this product. Okay, so you can do this search directly on your phone and use the profit calculator to see if you're going to make money or not. Okay, so going back to this product, I'm going to search it again. I'm going to spend one more credit for me, and I'm going to where I was. So at this point, I know that this product is not a good recommendation for me because Amazon is selling. I need to sell it less than Amazon to see if I can grab some sales of this product, and I need to be cheaper than Amazon. Okay, so if I find this product at $6 and I try to sell it at $18.50, okay, then I can be making almost $2, 10%. That could be a possibility. It's a risky situation because Amazon has a lot of sales and grabbing the buy box for a lot of months on 100% of the sales. But this is the only possibility for you to make some sales on this product. Okay, so I don't know if at this point you have any questions about the analysis, about looking at the graphs, about looking at the profit or revenue calculator, and if you have any specific question for me. Audio is okay. I thought I saw someone type something about the audio earlier. Okay, thank you, Angel. Okay, any of you guys have any specific ASIN product that you want me to help to analyze together? If you do so, just type the ASIN and type the cost per unit, and we can just throw all of the analysis. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Chef's Collection. This is another seller. I'm going to click on the extension to the seller Chef Collection. This will open the tab or the new tab where this. Don't worry, Shakita. We're just analyzing a random product. If you have any ASIN and the cost of that ASIN that you can share that we can analyze, it's okay. So at this point, what I'm going to show is how to find possible products. So right now, I was just searching for these wooden tools for the kitchen, and I saw this seller. This seller is Chef Collection, has over 3,000 products in Amazon. I am going to, with this ASIN extractor extension, extract the ASINs, and I select send it to ASIN scanner. Okay, so at this point, the extension will save a file from me, and also will send this front store to ASIN scanner for me to analyze and find other possible products. We have a limitation here that Amazon can only let us view up to 305 products. If this store has 500, or in this case, 3,000 products, we can only go up to page 20. We cannot go over next and next and next page. You can just try it later on with any other front store. You cannot go more than page 20. In page 20, you can only find 2 products. So that sums up to 305 products. Okay, so already this fast, downloaded all of the products, product name, the selling price for this seller, and is how many have bought last month, and the URL of the product, and it download a file for you. You can open in Excel, and you can ProfitHunter in Excel, and you can maybe find those products that have more than 50 sales. Okay, you can do it directly in Excel. What I'm going to share right now is how can I do it with async scanner. So I'm going to go to ProfitHunter. I'm going to async scanner. An async scanner is going to generate for me 50 plus data columns for the products for this front store. So it's at 0%. In a couple of minutes, it will be 100. And then later on, maybe 30, 40 minutes, it's going to be completed these 2 phases. Meanwhile, Angel, thank you for sharing async. Any chance you have the cost per unit for this product? So I'm going to type the async that Angel, thanks, share. Let's see. No, I can't find. That's in Mexico, Angel, or in the US? I think you were in Mexico, right? Okay, we're going to do this really fast in Mexico. Maybe it's more or less the same. Okay. So I'm typing the async, and this is a how do you call it? Thermo. Something very similar to this one, right? But with another theme. So this is Spider-Man, that's Jack. So it's very similar. I think it's the same brand, maybe. But okay, we have this is selling by 300, and it has nice pictures. Title is not good. Title is very short. It doesn't say the brand. It doesn't say if it's aluminum, if it's plastic. It doesn't say. It says the capacity. It says that it's just a thermo, and it says only Jack. I know why maybe they put it, because they don't have like the license. They brand it as generic, so it might be this same brand, Fun Kids, but they brand it as generic. Okay, and it doesn't have. Let's see. It doesn't have all of the bullet points, so it doesn't have a lot of information. This product doesn't help for users to find the product based on their criteria, keywords. It doesn't have any information. The description. This is the description. Okay. Is very basic. This description is very basic. You need to enhance this listing with a huge, bigger, larger information with many keywords, many descriptions, many benefits of your product, so sellers can purchase based on that specific benefits or characteristics of your products, and buyers want to learn about the product before purchasing. Okay. So this listing lacks of quality information. Am I right? Everyone's agree with me? So these products, let's say it's selling at 300 pesos. There is only one seller. Why there is only one seller? Angel, there is only one seller because this is listed as generic, and you always need to check what is the brand that this product is being listed. Only one seller can participate selling a generic product. If the product is being listed with another brand of your actual product, then you might not be able to get the approval or list it, because I don't know. Let's say if it's what, let's say if it's a Lego product, and it's a Lego product, but I listed under my Diego brand, so you will not be able to list it because you will be requested to send an invoice of Diego brand. Okay, so always be aware the product you are selling, what is the brand is listed in Amazon. If it's generic, only one seller can sell that product. If it's another brand, then you might not be able to get ungated for other brand because some sellers trickily are listing products as generic or as their other brands or personal brands, but the product is not that specific brand. Okay, so be aware that always the product you are selling is listed under the actual brand of the product. Yeah, Angel. Yeah. So maybe this is only you, but you won't have competition and you need to do all of the listing. So this is representing one sale, only one seller. So we cannot divide shares. There cannot be other sellers under this specific listing. And okay, so it's a new, let's see, it's kind of new listing. It has information from let's say it has buy box on the 26th of January. So it only, yeah, just from this year. And this is the green line is ranking, okay? So based on this graph, I can see that ranking started here with 107,000 ranking. That's really bad for Mexico. But at least got a ranking position. So this means that on the 26th of January, got the first sale. And then ranking started going higher, higher, higher. So it's no sales. Ranking didn't get better. And then at this point, got another sale. And then ranking dropped down again to 193,000. Really bad ranking again for Mexico. So on 6 months, I can say that this product, 5 months, this product has only been sold 2 units because it has like 2 drops of the ranking. This first one, and this is the second drop. So this is how when a product is not good ranking, the drops are actually the sales that been selling that product, okay? There's no Amazon information bought last month. There is only one seller because it's generic. And the seller is Tendencias. Okay, so there's not too much to analyze on this product. If we go to the profit calculator, there might be lacking information as measurements. When we are lacking information of measurement in Amazon, then we cannot use the profit calculator. If you get this happens to you, if you don't have the calculator working because it's lacking of information, grab another product from the same category, same less, same price, and same dimensions, okay? For example, thermojet. So I'm going to grab this other Rambler, that's the word, thermo. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to grab the ASIN. So I'm going to go to the calculator. I will type that ASIN. So it's in Mexico. So I'm going to change the selling price to 300 pesos. I'm going to refresh. And this product should, if you want to do FBA, see, this product should cost less than 152 pesos. Okay, at least 100 pesos to sell it at 300 and make a profit of 52 with 70%. Okay, Ivan, that's it, Angel. Ivan, I'm going to open your product information. And do you know Ivan, the cost of that product? Are you liking these exercises? I'm going to make a pause here. Are you liking this live analysis, these exercises? Is it being useful for you guys? If you share more products, then we can go a little faster, okay? Thank you for your feedback, Dan, Angel, Erix, Cesar, Santos, and all of you guys. Please let me know. I will be reading you that you are wake up, that you are learning, that you are practicing how to analyze products, and I'm teaching something new, some tips, and how to analyze products. So let's go. If you open an ASIN in Seller Archive and you want to open the Amazon product page, just click on the title of the product and we'll open Amazon page with the product. So we have a caution sign, Rubbermaid, okay? It has some variations. When we have variations, only trust if Amazon has the bought last month or the black line for the estimations for a specific variation. If you don't see the bought last month, but you see a good ranking, maybe that variation is not the one that is doing the sales. Change to the other variation, and maybe the other variation is doing 200 sales or 500 sales. Okay, just change from variation to variation, because on this listing we have 4 times 2, at least there are 8 variations or possible variations. Okay, so this product has only 2 pictures. I would like to have more visibility, maybe of the measurement on the pictures. See how high, how width is, and some other information. It has video, that's good. So that represents a brand. Title, I think it's okay, it's good. Two-sided, 26-inch. So the measurement is on the title. I would like to have it on this visual graph on an image. And it has good bullet points. It's made in the USA. That's good quality, and have some compliances and optimal visibility, etc. So I think it has good bullet points. It has about the brand, but it doesn't have more information about the product. So I think this is a product description. I would like to this product to have more information for me to maybe purchase it. I mean, there is no huge science against this product, right? But if you add more information, then it might help to get better organic results. Okay, put more keywords, put more benefits also in the description. So this product is selling 200 units. 200 units. There is only one FBA offer. This is a brand, Rubbermaid. So that's a known brand. There is one FBA offer. In this case, it has a ranking of 12,000. So that's a good ranking. And there is no FBA seller. Why do you all think there are not FBA sellers? I mean, there, how many sellers? 38 sellers. 38 sellers in Amazon. Why do you think no one is selling it as FBA? Any guess? Private seller? No, private. I don't think it's private seller because there are 38 other sellers, different seller names. Not profitable, maybe for measurement, size, oversize, might not be profitable to send it and being held on Amazon warehouses. It could be, yes, that's a possibility. Shipping expensive. I mean, it's foldable, it's thin, but maybe it's oversized. Yeah, that's a possibility. Okay. Other that I don't think so, that it could be a hazardous materials. So let's see some of that information. Okay. But I think it's more of the kind of the size that it can be considered as oversized product that is more expensive to ship and pay shipping. No, okay, warehouse fees, right? So let's see, 200 sales, and you could do 162 sales. Let's go to send it to Seller Archive and search. Only one seller has variation. Amazon is in buy box. Amazon. Someone saw Amazon. Amazon is here. Okay. So Amazon is at 1790. I don't know why. For me, maybe because I'm in Mexico, or I put another zip code that Amazon is far away right now, but it didn't get Amazon as a buy box. But Amazon has the best price. Let's say, no, it's 1619. Okay, let me just see on this side. Free delivery, so it's cheaper than Amazon. 16.19 is cheaper than the $17 from Amazon. This other is free shipping. 16.19, 19, and where is Amazon? Amazon. It was something like $17, right? Okay. Amazon 70. So Amazon should be maybe the second best, second or third possibility. I don't know why Amazon went down all the way here. Okay. So okay, thank to ProfitHunter tool, I saw that Amazon is there, but I see last year, and what we can see here is very clear that Amazon sales are not over 20%. So Amazon is not selling more than 20% of the sales of these products. Amazon represents 19% winning the buy box. That means that for this specific product, other sellers are winning sales against Amazon. See? So that's good to have this information, to have this graph, to have these statistics. As you can see, blue line is buy box. Amazon is selling at $21. Other sellers are offering at $16. Here, Amazon is at $21. Other sellers are $60. So Amazon is expensive than other sellers. So that's why other sellers are winning the buy box against Amazon. Can you see it clear? Like here, Amazon sometimes goes all the way down to $16, but there was another seller at $15.99. So Amazon is not that good. This product sells between 200 and 300 units. So we can say it's selling an average of 250 units, and it has a lot of competition. See, between 35 and up to 40, no, up to 54 sellers. Okay. So this is good, right? To have this information, to analyze, to visualize, to measure the risks. Price, average, right now is cheaper than the average. Ranking is good. It's between 13 up to 15,000. So that's a good ranking. And let's see, this seller, My Office Innovation, represents 70% of the buy box, so 70% of the sales. So you need to take very closer look at this seller, at this selling price, because on the last month, it got 70% of the sales. The next seller only almost 20%, then 7%. So this information for the last month says that it was here FBA seller. So if there is an FBA seller, there is a possibility for me to send it and ship it to Amazon FBA and maybe grab some of the sales. Okay. But remember, Amazon is there. It's a little bit expensive. So you need to consider cost expensives and very, very precise for this product and see that it's not oversized. Okay. So let's say there are 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to consider this. There are four sellers on the last 30 days. It doesn't matter. In this case, it doesn't matter if it's FBA or FBM. The truth is that FBM sellers are doing the sales and are getting all of the sales for this product, 70%. Okay. So I'm going to consider them as my competitors, even though I do FBA. Okay. So I'm going to divide 200 sales at minimum, 200 sales between 1, 2, 3, 4, and me is going to be 5. Okay. So that's 40 sales for me. So that's how I will consider to ship maximum of 40 units per month. Okay. Not based, in this case, not based on what the estimation told me that I can ship 162 units. Not based on 62 units, because there are FBM sellers winning the buy box, getting the sales. So I'm going to compete against them. So I'm going to count them as my competitors. So 200 sales divided between 4 plus me, 1, between 5. That's something about 40 sales maximum. Okay? You like this example, how I prorate the number of sales considering also FBM sellers? Oh, truth, Luis, thank you. I didn't read that it was Amazon. If Amazon sells, I cannot buy and sell. Yes, you can, Katie. Sometimes it's not recommended, but in this particular product, Amazon doesn't represent that it's getting all of the sale, only 20% of the sales. This means that Amazon is doing like 40 sales and the other 160 sales is being sold by third-party sellers. Okay? Thank you, Annie. So last thing is profits. What this product should cost us. If it's sold by $16 right now, let's say that, remember that the average price is more on the $18. Yeah, the seller is selling it for $18. Right now it's at 16, it's cheaper, but we can go maybe to this selling price, 18.66. So I'm going to just consider this time 18.66. I rerun the process. So I have $10. Amazon fees, larger product, larger fees, $10. $2 of reference or sale commission for Amazon. So shipping, I think $2 is short, right? I mean, it's not very thick, but maybe I'm going to type $4. Then miscellaneous fees, these depend if my supplier can ship it directly from their warehouse and only is charging me like for the label, let's say 55 cents for the label. I still not making too much profit, only $1.37, okay? But this, I haven't typed the cost of the product, okay? So I don't know. I know why there's no other sellers. $1.37 should cost me to not make any profit. So I don't think this product costs you 25 cents to get $1, 6%. All right. So these FBA fees and the shipping to Amazon will be drastically critical for this larger size product that is taking away the profit from us. Sasha has another product, or it was this one? Any questions about this product? I'm going to wait a couple of seconds to see if you have any question particular to this product. If not, we're going to move to the ASIN that Sasha is sharing to us today. I know that there are many or some Spanish speakers in this room. At 1 hour from right now, I'm going to be doing very similar exercise, but in Spanish. Okay, this is another live, it's another Zoom. Go to the ProfitHunter Instagram, and you can see on the different posts, the English and the Spanish, and you can grab the link from there, okay? Like Angel, if you want to keep on analyzing products. Okay, so no questions. Let's continue. Sasha is sharing this product, this ASIN, and it's taking more time. What is this? It's a bug trap or something like that. Wasp. Okay, for bees, right? Not bees, but wasps. Okay, so this product, let's open it directly in Amazon. So it's a 2-pack. Always check what is the offering product in Amazon, because you need to equal that. If it's a 2-pack, that's a multi-pack or a bundle or whatever it says in Amazon, that's the product you need to ship, pack, and send to Amazon as one unit. Okay? iPhone, I am a little lost overall. iPhone, I'm so sorry about that. How can I help you? Even though this this presentation is going to be recorded and it's going to be uploaded to our Amazon, our YouTube, Profit Hunter channel on a playlist that is called English Lives. And I have 3-4 other classes that might help you as well. So you can take a look at those other classes. Okay, so always check what is the product offering, because that represents also your costs, your shipping costs, okay? Your bundling costs, your prep cost. So this is selling 10,000 units, branded rescue, okay? So that's the brand. Let's see, its listing is okay, pictures are okay. It has a video, so it has A+ content. It has overall good bullet points, and it has a description with HTML with graphics, so it's very visual. Has warranty information and safety information, but it doesn't have like the text description of the product. Okay, I don't know if it's needed. What do you think? What do you think? If you visualize this information, you get comfortable and you get all the information that you need from this product to use it, or I think you lack you are lacking of some information. I think there's some couple of lack of information that it might be missing as well. Okay, but anyway, it's selling 10,000 units, so I'm not gonna criticize something that is selling 10,000 units. Price is okay, $24 for the 2-pack. Ranking is 166 in Patio, so it's a great ranking for this product. There are 3 FBA sellers: Sebago, Hertshire, and GNS Products. So there are 3 sellers. Hertshire is selling it as FBA, but also as FBM. So he's doing both logistics. 3 competitive sellers. So all of the sellers are equal sharing. And if you are the 4th seller, 10,000 divided by 4, you get up to 2,500 possible sales. This is just a mathematical number. Diego, are you sure I'm going to do the 2,500 sales? No. Hold on. Start with maybe 100 units and then keep on growing as real sales happen. Okay, don't go and purchase 2,000 or 3,000 units or 5,000 thinking you're going to sell it in 2 months, because something might happen. Okay, and you need to get ungated for the category, for the product, and so on. So there are risks involved, so never do huge purchases based on this information. That's my recommendation. So let's go to Seller Archive. Let's search. Okay, so Amazon is not on the buy box. Oh, we find a product that Amazon is not selling. Let's see, 300 last year, all of the time. So there's no, Amazon has been selling this product, you see? Last time it sold it on the 2025 last year, like in February last year. So it has like over a year that Amazon is not selling this product, okay? But Amazon has been selling this product. This product has been selling from 2019. Yeah, 2019, okay? Let's see, last 3 months. Price is overall $22 to $24. Ranking wasn't that good, but I mean 3,000. But right now, recently from March, April, and May, has been selling like crazy. Ranking is very low. As you can see, sales are increasing from March or maybe from February. Okay, I don't know if this is something like a pollution. ¿Cómo se dice? How do you say, like you know, it's not pollution in animals, but it's something that animals, these wasps are flying from other country on this season. So it's a seasonality overpopulation of wasps or what's going on that right now is selling as crazy. But as you can see, last year also in February up to what is it, June, also increased their sales. Okay, it's selling overall year, but it's more like on the warm season. Maybe there are more wasps on the warm season. I don't know about that. Okay, so maybe we can see that there's seasonality on this product. Okay, because price is also has been increasing slightly and sales are increasing. And something to find out here, there are less sellers on this year comparing to last year. So there's less competition. Maybe it's regulated, something, but yeah, we have less competition this year than last year's. Price, very average. Ranking is better ranking right now that has been. So it's being better, the ranking, that we could see that sales are being increased over time. And Hertshire is the seller that the last month is selling over 83% of the products. Then Sebago distribution, 30%. Price, slightly higher. So what you can see here is that Sebago distribution is on average selling the price, let's say 50, 60 cents or 60 something cents, 60, 66 cents higher than Hertshire, but it's losing for 60 cents the possibility to do more sales. Okay, so this is also, you can always compare yourself. What's your buy box? If you are, for example, Sebago, what is your buy box share? What is the other seller that is doing or winning the most time the buy box? What price he's offering? So you, in average, should be offering that same price. Right now, you should do your math, base it at least in this selling price average Hertshire is offering on the last 30 days. Let's see, 6 months, same Hertshire at $25. And last year, Hertshire, 32%. Okay, so let's go and do the math. $24. We say that I think it was okay. 24.53, 24.35. Yeah, that's okay. So $6.90, that's FBA shipping. $3.65 is Amazon commission. Cost per unit. Remember here that the product is a 2-pack. Okay, so your cost is not per unit. The unit is the selling unit or the selling product that it's a 2-pack. So the price we type here is considering to be the 2-pack. Okay, so it should cost you less than $10. So let's say $7. $7, okay, you're making a profit of $3. That's 12%. If you plan to purchase 50 units, so here we have that you're going to spend $535 to earn $155. I don't know if this product will be a nice, good opportunity from the rest of the products that we have been looking today. I think this is a good opportunity product if you get a cost per unit of $7. I don't know, Sasha, what would be the cost of your product? Pest control of this 2-pack. Okay, but if you're getting with your supplier at $7, I think you could do a $3 per unit. And remember, okay, so find a good supplier that sells the 2-pack for $7, and estimate at the beginning to purchase 50 units and try how can you grab some sales from these other competitors. Okay, and then it's better for you to start with only 50 units and in 1 week send another 70, and 2 weeks later send 100. That goes the other way, that you send 500 units and then you see that something happens or it's not selling as you desire. or you get a claim or property something. So it's always start with the minimum and start increasing as sales come through. Yes, that should be, Sasha, the cost per the product is offering in Amazon, and the product is a 2-pack. So you need to consider that it's going to be 2 units. If your supplier selling the box already packed in 2 units, that should be the cost. If not, consider on your miscellaneous fees that you need to pay to grab or put on a box or just make it as one product, the 2-pack. Okay. También haces Neisia, yes, sí. See you in less than one, like in 45 minutes for the Spanish session. Okay. It's another Zoom, it's another link. Any other question? So, okay, we're doing good. We have good products. Now I sent earlier to Async Scanner the other front store. So it's here, the chefs. This front store that we spied, chefs collection, it's already completed the 2 phases. Okay, so I'm going to open this front store. I just went with the kitchen accessories. I'm going to select these columns. This is Async Scanner. This is my best powerful tool in ProfitHunter. Okay, Starter has a limited functionality of processing up to 500 products per day, maximum 1,000 per month. It's just to try it. Expert Plan can process up to 50,000 products per day, 500,000 per month. Okay, so we have more than 50 columns to filter. Okay, so I'm going to do a really fast filtering. I'm going to filter by price. Selling price is between $20 and not more than $45. So I only have 81 products. I want products where Amazon is not on the buy box and it has a buy box. So now I only have 19 products. As my cost per unit, I'm doing a spy method. I don't know the supplier. I don't know the cost per unit. So profit won't be truth. So I'm not going to filter by profit. I'm going to reduce my competitors. So I'm going to find products that are less than or equal to other 18 sellers, less than 18 sellers, FBA, FBM. I'm going to sort by bought last month from more sales to lower sales. And I'm going to filter that should be greater than or equal to 50 sales per month. And my sales estimate, your sales estimate is something as extension tells me. It's just a mathematical possibility for you to sell based on the FBA sellers and the monthly sales, taking away what Amazon is selling. So I want my sales estimate, your sales estimates, to be at least greater than or equal to 20 or more sales. So I have only 17 products from 305 products from this other seller. With this couple of small filters, I'm only going to put my attention, my work, my effort only on 17 products, not on the 305 products, okay? And I can still go and filter and take away competitors such as this guy that is dominating 92% of the sales. So maximum 90% of dominance for any, no, this is Amazon, sorry. Amazon, I don't want to see Amazon more than 10%. And other dominant seller, I don't want to be more than 90. So somehow this bake deco seller is dominating 100% of the sales for this product. Also for this one, 100% of the sales. I don't know if he's the owner of the sale or he's a big wholesaler, or why is he dominating 94%. So I'm going to remove. I don't want to see any seller dominating more than 90% of the sales. So I only have 9 products left. Okay. And let's see, you can filter by ranking, you can filter by category, by brand. I like to put the title on the left side. So I'm just click and drag. And let's see. If I don't want to see variations, I can just hide variation products. And also we can see if on my Amazon front store, I am gated or ungated on this product. And just a warning, this table is filtering by data. Data might be not accurate. So never purchase a product based on ASIN scanner result. Always do a manual analysis and compare your supplier product with what Amazon ASIN scanner found ASIN that matches the multi-pack, the product is exactly the same, and always do a manual validation of the math of the product, the cost, the commissions, expenses, shipping, prep. Always do a second manual analysis. Okay, this is just to work fast and help us reduce the time consuming on products that are not, you know, that doesn't mean to take our time just watching those products and forcing ourselves with Amazon is there, Amazon is there, Amazon is sending, Amazon. So we remove Amazon here, okay? And we gather other filterings. So right here, you can always save this filtering. So you can recall back and do this same call your own strategy back again any other time you open a project. So I'm going to call it today spy filtering 20 sales, and I save it. So next time, let's say next time you go to another front store. I'm going to this flipping this is another front store flipping that I did other day. So I have my preset. It's today's spy filtering here. I'm going to click it. Just with one click, I already find those 5 products from this store that matches all of my filtering criteria. You see how fast it is when you establish a filtering criteria, you save it as a preset, and then you call it with one click, and you can find, and you can do this repeatedly with many stores. And you're going to focus your time only on 5 products, not on 306 products. So this front store, from those 306 products, only 5 of them are matching this criteria, okay? Also, if you want to know, I always have products that are gated. I hate to see that I need to send the invoice and it's gated, it's gated, it's gated. So what I want to do right now is just find products that Amazon is not on the buy box, that it has a buy box, and my store is not gated. Okay, I found 2 products that for my front store is ungated. That is Amazon is not on the buy box and it has a buy box. Let's see what products we have. This doesn't mean that it's a good product, okay? But I found a couple of products right now. In a couple of seconds, I found 2 ungated products that I can find a supplier of this brand Winco. I don't know what is this. Is this for the ice? Stainless steel sauce cup. This is for the boneless or wings, just to dip. I don't know what size is this. Pack of 12, 2.5 ounces. That's small, right? And this is a squeeze bottle. So this is like for kitchen, restaurants. I don't know what is this, but this is selling 300 units. This product is selling 300 units. Brand is FPM. There are many other sellers. It has a good ranking, and my store is ungated to sell this product. So this is another easy way to find ungated products for ketchup. Yeah, I think it is. You see how fast I found a product ungated with 300 sales and possibility for me to do 75 sales. What I need to do right now is to find a supplier for this NSP. I don't know if the brand is NSP or if the brand is FPM. So I'm going to just click this. I'm in Mexico, so my Google is more related to Mexico results. But what you need to do is go to Google type the name, and then wholesale USA, and start just clicking some of the possibilities: web, restaurant store, cook direct, kitchen, and start opening some of these FIFO innovations. Is this the brand? Okay, find the manufacturer, the supplier, the brand page, and contact them, and then ask for a possible if they can sell you, or they can recommend you to a supplier, authorized supplier from them. Okay? No. Look, I think this is this. I'm hungry now. Caesar salad. Okay. So I have a possible supplier web restaurant store. I don't know if this price will make it. I need to analyze. Did we analyze it? How are we in time? You guys want to analyze this product? Let me know if you want me to analyze this product. 300 sales. Picture are not good. As you can see, I didn't know what was this for. If there was like this picture of the chef, you know, doing on a restaurant, doing on a home with ketchup, as who said, as Sasha said, you know, you can use it at home, you can use it in a restaurant, okay? You can use it for your dressing, for your salads, okay? So if you enhance to have 5 or more pictures on your listing, I like this one that has the measurements, okay? That's good, but this picture is not good at all, okay? I think this is okay. And there is, look like this description. What is this description? Ketchup, mayonnaise, okay. Very basic, but you can enhance, make a better description for this product. And again, it's selling 300 units. If you enhance this listing, it could maybe sell more units. So let's go. Ranking, you can do 75 sales. There are 1, 2, 3 FBA sellers. So it's low competition for this product. Is Amazon somewhere around? Let's see. You see, like in this case, it has other information, other sellers, other competitive sellers. Sometimes you will find this difference from what is right here. This is more updated than what is updated here, okay? So here it says 75, take more on this, sorry, here it says 100. So this is more accurate, okay? This is more updated. This is from the Amazon webpage. This is from some data we have storage. That it could be outdated a couple of days. So let's see, last year, I don't see Amazon. Price, it's more or less, sometimes more expensive, but right now it's more on the average. Can sell up to 300 units. Right now it's in a huge, price has been quite lower, so it's selling more. As you can see, the ranking, it's on its best performance, okay? Sometimes it's not as good, but it was higher in price. And you can see a couple of dollars more expensive, so less sales. And competitors, there are not too much competition, maximum 6 other sellers, okay? That's not, that could be FBM sellers. So price is slightly lower, ranking is okay. This seller is taking 70% of the sales. And overall, in last 3 months, we have 3 competitive sellers, okay? $8, $7, $7, we go to $7.73. We copy that. And let's see. This is gonna be, I don't recommend selling FBA products that are really cheap, okay? Because it needs to cost you cents, the product. So let's see what happens. What I say, 773. When you change the price, just click on the blue to update. So that's $4.40 something for Amazon, then 33 cents to ship to Amazon. Here, I hope you manage with your supplier that directs directly from your supplier, and he does the labeling for you, so you avoid time and expenses. And this should cost you $2.55. If it costs you $1.80, you're making 75 cents per unit. That's near the 10%. If you sell, how many sales we have here? 300. And you can do, no, it sells 300. Let's say 80 sales. So you invest $206, you make $60. I mean, it's not that good, but it's not that bad. If you get somewhere around 20 other products or 50 other products that you are dealing in this average of prices, then multiply this by 20, by 50, and that could be your monthly income. Okay? You need to get this type of products and then get more and more and more products. And then if you're making a better profit with another product, just remove those products that are making you less profit. The thing is that you need to start selling products in Amazon. Amazon like accounts that are selling because your internal metrics are going to be better, and that helps you to get buy box for other products. Sharon says, how do we get a copy of this recording? It's going to be uploaded on our Profit YouTube channel. If you go to the left menu on the very bottom, you will see our socials. Follow me on all of the socials, but click on the YouTube icon. It will open a new tab, and you can just go to Lives English. Here is going to be uploaded on Live English. You can already see other 6 super master classes with different other themes. Okay, like this is async scanner masterclass. This is awesome. This is step-by-step training, overall webinar presentation. This is SPY method, more specific, what I did really fast, but well explained and detailed. And this is just analyze products. So it's going to be video number 7. I'm going to upload it in a couple of days. Okay. What is the cutoff minimum net margin percentage? 10%. Yeah, I would recommend at least 10%. Okay. What ProfitHunter calculator shows you here, go for a minimum of 10%. I mean, better is if 15 or 18 or 20%, right? But at least 10%, and at least try to find $1. At least it's a very cheap product, okay? But at least $1, at least 10%. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and I'm going to jump to questions and answers, okay? I see that Chris and Teresa are sharing. Thank you for sharing this async. What it is, what do we have here? It's, what is this? It's a toy? Frozen? It's a paper castle? Okay, let's see. I'm going to open directly to the Amazon product page. It's doing 100 sales. It's like a booklet to create this castle. It has 9 pictures. It's well explained on pictures. What is this all about? Okay. I think it's very clear by looking at the pictures what you're going to create, right? Yeah. Is it magnetic? I have some magnetic toys similar to this one here. Okay. So selling 100 units. This specific variation, because I can see that there are many other variations, this specific variation is selling 100 units, okay? It has a good title. It has a good pictures. It has way good usage of all of these bullet points. It has A plus content. And I don't like this description, but it's way better than the other descriptions from the other products that we have visualized today, right? It has more text, more information. Be with you here tonight. Hold on. And thanks for joining. I see another Diego. I'm hearing another Diego around here. So I'm going to shut up the other Diego. With one Diego is more than enough. Okay, sorry for that. So I like this listing. It's okay. It's good. Extension says that it's ranking 31,000 toys and games, 50 FBA sellers. So it has It has competition, right? So if it's doing 100 sales, only of those 15 FBA sellers, only 2 of them have FBA competitive offer. What this means? This means that there are 15 sellers, FBA seller. If I see only FBA sellers, there are 15. So let's see. Some of them are selling, the winner of the buy box is $33.99. And the more expensive is $16 higher in price. Hey, what the heck, Blue Acres has thought that he was going to sell this product at $50 when there is this hey, selling at 30, could made a mistake. This guy selling it so cheap, or this guy didn't did the correct math. I don't know, but the next guy is 37, 37, 37, 38. So only 2 have a competitive price that I think are these ones, okay? So that's why those 100 sales are divided between the 2 competitive seller prices plus 1, that's 3. So 100 divided 3 is your 27 sales. Can you see how much stock they have? On ProfitHunter, we don't have a tool to see the stock. You can use the 999 method to see if it's possibilities to see how much stock they have. Okay, Sasha? Search for the 999 method. And Bartlett Anderson, do you have a revenue calculator on Seller Central? Seller Central has Amazon Profit Calculator has their own profit calculator. Yes, they do have, but I like to use the ProfitHunter Profit Calculator. Okay, Sasha. Yeah, that's what you can do. If they don't have a limit, then you can see what's their stock. So let's go to Seller Archive. I'm going to search another credit list for me. So I see there is Amazon there, and blue line is being exactly the same as buy box. So Amazon is taking 90% of the sales. I didn't saw Amazon before, right, on the page. Why? Because right here, let's see, last 3 months, right here, Amazon was selling the price as $50, and he was winning the buy box at $50. But then other sellers are selling it less than Amazon. If you can see here, Amazon has a higher price, and other sellers are offering cheaper than Amazon. That's why Amazon is not winning too much of the buy box. And maybe Amazon doesn't have a lot of stock and is not wanting to do the sales. It's sharing the buy box, okay? So it's selling 100 units. It's a lot of competitors. And as you can see, it's increasing in competitors. If a product is increasing in competition, normal is going to be cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Can you see this red line increasing? More competitors are competing for price. So price is being lower and lower and lower and lower. So this is not so good for a product that is increasing competitors, decreasing the selling price. That's natural, it's normal. And as price goes lower, usually sales start to pick up, okay? So that's good to see this information and review and analyze both of these graphs and compare opportunities. What happened when increased competition, price remains or price lowers, like in this case, okay? Is a seasonality or not? So we have data here. As you can see, price has been decreasing. Ranking is being decreasing, but not too much. And the digital there, I like this. Right last month, I like this kind of products. Buy box history is being shared kind of between several sellers. There is no one seller that is dominating 70%, 80%, 90% of the sales. Maximum seller is getting 40% of the sales. Then almost 20, almost 17, almost 15. So you can say that if Last month, there have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to count this one. 5 sellers. So if it's making, this is another way to consider your sales. That's prorated. If it's making 100 sales, between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you, between divided by 6, that's 16 sales for you. Okay, so this is another way to prorate sales based on the total buy box history prorated percentage. Last, the price. $33. Yeah, I think so. It should cost you $70 to not make profit. So let's say $13 to make a $4 profit, 12%. Somewhere around $13, it should cost you this product. What's Chris, are you still here? Is this something truth about the cost of your product with your supplier? Okay, time goes really fast. I appreciate your time. I want to leave a couple of minutes for questions. If you have any specific questions related to Profit Hunter, please let me know. And also, please, I will ask for your feedback. How can you leave a feedback? You can leave feedback writing to the Profit Hunter email. Profit Hunter email. Where do we join the Spanish session? I'm going to share it to you right now. But look, we have Instagram, right? Go and follow and like, because I always get really sad, super sad, just kidding, because look, not even one like, come on. So you have here the information when I'm going to do lives. I share in Instagram, and this is the invitation for this live in English. And here you have the one for Spanish, and here is the meeting ID and you can just copy from there, okay? Or you can go to the Instagram. So you can go to any social and leave a feedback. You can email Algo, or you can email Profit Hunter. Eric's, thank you too. Any question, we have an email support. Have you reached email support? If you go to the dashboard, and if you hover email on the bottom left in a very small green square on the screen, you will see that it says mail to info@profithunter.tools. So I'm going to type it in the chat. info@profithunter.tools. That is the Profit Hunter support. First thing you want to do if you have a question, go to YouTube, review the Profit 3.0 English video tutorials. All right. Review some of the live English previous master classes. If your response is not somewhere around there, then you can email, and I'm going to be very glad to respond you on that info@profithunter.tool support. Okay. How many people are still here in the live? I haven't 32 people. Okay, we have a great community today that have joined. Did you learn something new today? Leave a comment in the chat if you learned something new today, and what was the most important thing for your business that you think you learned today. Now we're going to the Spanish session right now. Yeah, the Spanish session. For the guys that are going to go to the Spanish session, you're going to get me tired now, okay? It's absolute, yeah, seeing the breakdown and what is acceptable to invest in. Yeah, that's correct, Sasha. If you want to join to the Spanish session, you're welcome to join to the Spanish session too, okay? If not, faster analysis. Yeah, you need to do really fast analysis. The more faster you eliminate a product because it's not good for something, the faster you eliminate it, the closest you are to a good product. So you need to eliminate products really fast. That's why async scanner, from the 306 products from a spy method, with one click, you can get to those 70, to those 7 products that have some consistency and pass the filterings that you are looking to in a product. What should the cost be? Cost for what, Chris? ProfitHunter costs. All of the Algo students have 2-month coupon code to use ProfitHunter discounting $49. Okay? So if you come from the Algo community, you should receive an email a coupon code to use 2 months of this plan for free, the starter plan. Or if you wish, and my recommendation is always upgrade to the expert plan. You're going to pay only $40 for the first month, $40 for the second month. You have much more credit usage, including async scanner. So this is way better if you're going to work really on the product analysis. The spreadsheet is saying to the it's Chris. So 23 for the toy. Okay, if it's 23 for the toy, you're not making profit to sell it at 30 something dollars. No, that's not profitable for you, Chris. Need to replay. I know, iPhone, great session. I need to replay. When you are Amazon seller, you're not gonna learn at the first try. You're not gonna learn at your first product that you send to Amazon. You're not gonna learn to watch the Algo course just for one time. You need to see videos, trainings, courses several times, at least 5 times. And you need to practice a lot to understand the metrics, the numbers, how to use the tool, what is the method you are doing to sell on Amazon. Is arbitrage, is wholesale. So you need to practice and work a lot to do a profitable business. Don't throw the table because your first product was not successful. It's not going to be. That's a learning curve, a learning product, a learning process. Please, YouTube link. Go to any ProfitHunter webpage